Hello, thank you for clicking that link and joining me again today. I am so glad you did. Today we are going to talk about 1,000 Pound Best Friends Season 2, Episode 1. We're back. The wait is over, and that's spelled W-E-I-G-H-T. So, clever. So just some housekeeping, I guess. Obviously, I did not finish Season 1. I'm planning on doing that. It is important to note, though, that in Season 1, Vanessa did get the surgery, while Megan was told by Dr. Proctor that she was like his least successful patient, which was, yeah, kind of sad, but she was really happy at the time because Vanessa was getting her surgery. The show opens up, and it's Megan's 44th birthday, and she has decided that they're all going to go skating at a roller rink. So they're all not really having it. They're just like, yeah, fat girls don't belong on wheels. And this kind of reminded me of a time that when I was in college, I wanted to go ice skating. So I made all my friends go with me, and I was having a blast. I was falling over all over the ice and just a big mess and everything. And I didn't know where my friends went. I was just having fun falling down and trying to skate and stuff like that. And one of them comes, like trying to skate over to me and is like, "We're done. Okay? We're done. If you want to come with us, you can, or you can stay here, whatever, but we're done." So I guess I was having too much fun making a fool of myself and falling down to realize that they had all left. They're all waiting for Vanessa to show up. She's the last one. Right, she was the last one. I see you, TLC. I see you. So she comes in and she is greatly diminished from how she looked before. I won't give you her weight, but it's been about 6 months since her surgery. Megan admits that she's jealous of Vanessa's success, which, she's had this surgery and lost 150 pounds, but hasn't lost any more. And it was cute because they go to get their skates and they're like, "Do you have any kind of roller skates with training wheels?" So they give them these like little PVC walkers. It was cute. And so Megan made Tina take her around the rink. Tina was with no skates, but Megan had skates. And so they made it around the rink one time and it was like, done, we're done. We made it. And I wish Vanessa, why do I keep calling them the wrong names? I wish Megan would show that kind of just, F you attitude to her weight loss that she did to, "I'm going to go skating. I don't care what you guys are doing." And it's kind of funny because Vanessa's big goal is to cross her legs. And I remember when I was bigger, that was hard for me. I mean, I could cross my legs, but keeping them there was a feat of strength. So I would have to hold one of them with my hand. So I didn't really cross my legs. But now I'm able to cross my legs. I'm pretty happy about that. So I can totally understand where Vanessa's coming from. So then we cut to Vanessa's visit with Dr. Proctor, and she was 398 pounds at the time of surgery, and then she gets on the scale, and of course it's the big, drum roll, please. "Oh, what is it? She's got to have lost 100 pounds or it's a failure. Oh my gosh." She's actually 304, so she lost 94 pounds, but Dr. Proctor's still counting it as a success. She has a total weight loss of 231 pounds, so that's freaking awesome. Great job. And Dr. Proctor then tells Vanessa that she needs to start weight training. Yes. Then the show takes a dramatic turn that I don't think anyone was expecting, and I'm sure that Tina and Vanessa and all of them weren't expecting a pipe to burst in Tina's house and flood everything. And this was her big, adult purchase, is this house. So, understandably, she's devastated. If a pipe burst in my house, I would be freaking devastated. So I could totally understand just where she's coming from. And to be perfectly honest, when they started showing, they show her going down the stairs into her basement, and then she's like, why is everything wet? I thought that it was going to be something like Megan left the shower on or something, honestly. I mean, not that like Megan's this horrible, irresponsible person, but I was just like, oh crap, it was Megan's fault. I don't know why, that's what my first thought was. So Tina's insurance company decides that they're going to put them up at a hotel because the house is deemed unlivable. So it's Tina, her husband, Megan, her husband, and 4 kids in a 1-bedroom in the hotel. And all they have is like a mini fridge and a microwave. The insurance company told them that they could be in the hotel for 1 month up to however many months. So the big concern, of course, is how do you eat healthfully? How do you reach your weight loss goals when you can't actually cook anything? So my first thought is see if there are any food delivery services, like Blue Apron is one that I've heard of. I know what Freshly was, I think, one Amber Lynn used. I don't know of any others off the top of my head, but I would call and see if any of them have like pre-made, pre-cooked meals that they could deliver. They could do something like that for maybe a couple days out of the week. They would have to see like the stipulations of the hotel or like what their policy is, but they could get like hot plate, Foreman grill, an air fryer, Instapot, just something like that, or a hot water warmer. I know when I was in college, we were only allowed to have like a hot water warmer in the dorm room. So, I mean, they might be able to do something like that. And with a hot water warmer, they could hard boil some eggs. They could, cook some, they could boil chicken. I mean, boiled chicken's not the most awesome thing in the world, but that was something they could do, something they could eat. They could also get microwavable pouches of like quinoa or rice. Even pasta, even though they really shouldn't be eating pasta, but I know that they do also have pasta that is boil and bag or microwave and bag. They could also eat lots of canned meat and canned veggies. I mean, granted, it's not the most awesome tasting. I know. Of course, it is much better to have freshly cooked chicken or freshly cooked anything, but it would at least give them some options so they didn't have to go out to eat all the time. Another unfortunate thing is, I guess it's kind of unfortunate, but they could go to the store. Unfortunately, they probably end up having to go to the store every day. Megan doesn't appear to work, so she could do that. I don't know what their situation is, but they could do that. It's sucky, but you could definitely get your fresh vegetables that way. Pick up a rotisserie chicken. You don't have to do this every single night, but you could do it. And some hotels have like grills outside, or maybe you could go to the park that has grills outside and grill up your veggies and your meats. Some apartment complexes, it's not completely, they could probably get a hibachi grill and go grill meat in the freaking parking lot of the hotel. They could also have protein powder, which I know it's not super awesome, but in a pinch, you can have protein powders. You could have hard-boiled eggs, like I said before, with a hot water warmer, but if you couldn't have a hot water warmer, I know some stores sell them in big jars. You can eat them. It's nice protein. Those are just some of my initial thoughts of what they could do besides having to go out to eat every night. And the other thing is, like, Megan can't get up on the bed, because the beds are too high. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like they have any pets, or maybe they do, they just haven't mentioned it, but fortunately, it doesn't seem like, 4 kids are pets enough, right? Am I right? So with this whole, they can't cook healthy, Vanessa decides she's going to have the girls over for like a little meal of healthy food since they don't have anywhere to cook. And that's another thing, is maybe they could trade off people staying with Vanessa. I've already been saying that Megan needs to move in with Vanessa, but maybe they could trade off, or maybe They could go over to Vanessa's house and use her stove, or they could use crock pots maybe. I forgot the crock pot. You know, they could do that maybe. So there are ways around having to go and cook, you know, at a hotel, or there are ways around having to go out to eat every night. Before we get to the little girl's evening, Vanessa makes her son, Jacob, get on the scale, and he's almost 500 pounds. And he confesses that he really doesn't care. He doesn't want to eat healthy. He thinks healthy food is gross. And Vanessa gets pretty emotional and is just like, dude, you need to fix your diet. You're right where I was. I'll keep fighting for you. Let's go to Dr. Proctor. And he just to me looks completely uninterested, just whatever. He doesn't care. But I mean, keep in mind, he has eaten like shite for a long, long time. And when that happens, he's trained his brain. You know, his brain is trained. And I mean, there was just an article that just came out just a few days ago about how eating highly processed food screws with your brain. I mean, fat brain is a thing. So, I mean, he's probably in fat brain and like, I don't care. I don't really care. I'd rather eat whatever I want to, whenever I want to. But the thing is, I heard this quote, this freaking awesome, and it's sticking in my brain. If you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. So all the girls show up and they're like, hey, and not to be a dick, but I feel like Ashley looks bigger than she did last season. I don't know if it's just the shirt, the clothing she's wearing, or, you know, what have you. But yeah, she to me looks bigger. Vanessa talks about how she's struggling to not eat her emotions. And she now has to worry about, you know, how many calories are in this and what is the food? Is it good? Keep a tally of the calories. And I feel like this is where a lot of people get stuck, because it is a very fiddly process when you count calories, you know, because you got to look it up, you got to write it down, or you got to track it in MyFitnessPal. You got to somehow keep a tally of it. That way, you know, so you don't get to the end of the day and you're like, well, crap, I didn't eat anything. Meanwhile, you ate like a whole bag of M&Ms off Sally's desk kind of thing. It does get easier, and the end goal of the whole process, to be perfectly honest, is to eat in a way that you don't need to track calories. It's all about building the habits of, okay, I eat these same 10 meals all the time, and I know how many calories are in them, so you don't have to track. You know, maybe if you go out to eat for a special occasion or you eat something new, then yeah, you can look it up and be like, oh, okay, well, this had 500 calories in it, so I know that I need to eat this way and this way to make sure I hit my caloric goal, which Dr. Proctor said was 1,000 calories for Vanessa. 1,000 calories. That is a hard way to live. And Ashley talks about how she's really struggling and that she started night snacking, and it's like the wheels have just kind of come off the cart for her, which is really sucks. But my guess is that she's probably restricting too much during the day. I mean, in my very unprofessional, only fat chick in a barn opinion, she's probably restricting too much in the day. Then when she gets to the end of the day, her resolve is just, you know, she's tired. And at the end of the day, your resolve is just kind of gone. Your willpower is just kind of gone. And that's when a lot of people start eating. So I'm a fat chick still, fat chick in a barn opinion is she should eat more during the day to try and balance that out. And I mean, if you watch my 600-pound life, which I don't know like what Dr. Proctor's guidelines are necessarily, I haven't watched it enough, but Dr. Now wants them to eat 400 calories worth 3 times a day. So, you know, she should be eating 400 calories worth 3 times a day. She can volume eat, so she can eat like cauliflower rice, lots of veggies, fill herself up that way, get hydration. I mean, definitely if you're hydrated, you really don't care about eating, and, you know, she probably can drink a lot of water because it's supposed to be like 1 ounce per body weight. So yeah, she's got lots of water to eat, yes, water to drink. And what she also can do is when she has her last meal, go brush her teeth. Because as I think everyone on the face of the planet will agree, after you brush your teeth, if you eat anything, it tastes like shite. So that's a way of, she's like, oh, I know everything's going to taste gross if I brush my teeth. She could also drink some mint tea because that has kind of the same effect. She could go for a walk after dinner just to kind of break that cycle, kind of break, I'm eating, just kind of put an end to it. Like, this is the end. I'm going for a walk now. She can just distract herself. She can play a game on her phone. I know people like Candy Crush. I don't even know how to play that. She could start crocheting. She could start knitting. She could do puzzles, just anything to kind of redirect herself from eating. Just something to distract the mind and keep the hands busy because, idle hands are the devil's plaything. Megan admits on their little girls' night to being stuck, which she is. She hasn't lost any weight. And I feel ya, I was stuck for 2 years at 187 or 185. I am currently this morning 180. Yes, I did gain weight back from the holidays. I had a very good time. But I'm sure I will do a video update on that later, but if you're stuck like that, like Megan is, like I was, you just don't give up. Don't give up. Try new things. Try intermittent fasting. Try volume eating. Try, and like the things I was just talking about, try crocheting. Try playing games on your phone. I know a lot of times when I'm like, oh, I want to eat. I will play a stupid game on my phone. My favorite is Tetris and Plane and Tank. Both like horribly old games. But just to break that mental, I need food. It gives your hands something to do. It gives your mind something to do. It distracts you. It redirects you. So then Megan gets all kind of delusional and starts saying stuff like, well, Dr. Proctor was mean to me last time I was there, so I'm never going there again until I lose weight. And this is like what happens on my 600-pound life when Dr. Now's like, the scale doesn't lie, but people do. What have you been doing? And people get all upset. And it's like their brain falls out and they get completely delusional. That's what's going on with Megan. And then Ashley is really sweet. She whips out these journals that it looks like she made or somebody made. Who knows? Maybe it was staff on the freaking, TLC. But anyway, somebody made these journals. We're going to say Ashley did. They're very cute. She, obviously took some time with them, I think. And then she's like, yes, we should track our food in these journals. I'm like, bitch, you haven't been doing that? What? There's no way. There is no way. They had to be tracking their food in a journal or they had to be using MyFitnessPal. There's no way they weren't. I see you, TLC. I see you. Vanessa then wants them all to weigh in. And Megan completely wigs out and is like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then Ashley's like, look, I've gained weight. I'm the biggest one here now. I'm totally going to do it. I'll do it. And Megan just like completely wigs out, throws her journal and storms out saying she's not going to do it.
Well, you can swallow this. I'm not doing it. God.
Show your determination to
You and your determination. I don't want to do it. Take no as answer.
I know that's the answer. That's the problem.
Now, I don't know if this is something that TLC put her up to. It seems very, it could be staged. It could be what she's doing. But this is fat acceptance. That right there. She failed. So now she's like, oh, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to be blind to this problem that's happening. And then the fat acceptance comes in with, but you got to find me hot. Even though I'm morbidly obese, I am death. Oh my gosh. And now you're all fat phobic because you don't want to fuck me. What the hell is that shit? That is crap. And this is the road that Megan is now starting on. I mean, it's probably set up TLC, whatever, but this is crap. This is where fat acceptance came from. And it's like, these women can completely buffalo everyone because everybody's like, oh, Oh, but I don't want to say anything. I don't want to be mean. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck it. No, you're fat. Nobody has to find you hot. Somebody will find you hot, but nobody has to. Someone finding you hot is not a right, okay? It is not. And that's like the whole argument of fat acceptance is you're fat phobic if you don't want to fuck me. That's crap. That's bullshit. And no, bullshit. And look at me. Look at me. People don't want to fuck me either. So because I'm weird, you know, I live in the middle of nowhere and I wear weird contacts and red hair and everything. People don't want to fuck me because I'm not normal. And you know what? That's totally okay. I'm too busy doing my own shit to fucking worry about it. And that's what these fat chicks need to do, is find something to do with their life. If you're going to college, do that. Don't worry about people finding you hot or not, because that's all a fat acceptance. That's all it is. It is stupid. And it's going to come to an end really soon. Did you see that 60 Minutes thing about losing weight? And they're pushing Wegovy and semaglutide and all that stuff. Oh yeah, being fat is coming to an end. Because now all those fat people that were like, I'm fat and you're going to mask up and get pinned so I don't get sick. Yeah, all of you, you're going to be told to lose weight. You know why? Because it's profitable to the pharma companies. It's profitable to the doctors and the insurance companies. Guess what? That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You watch. You watch. All right. In with love, out with anger. All right. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Air hugs, and I am out.